Good morning, good evening and good afternoon, ladies and gents, and welcome back to Riot Civil Unrest. So if you've been watching the Steam update logs, you will have seen that the developers behind Riot Civil Unrest are taking a couple weeks to make some major changes to the game. So in that time, I'm going to experiment with a few things. So I'm really quickly going to rush in as fast as I possibly can. Come on. Hold them, goddammit. What I'm going to try and do is make a barricade here of people and then use the actual barricades that the other people will make around them to see how the police will handle a barricade if they physically can't get past it. Because obviously the barricades have physical collision, so if they have physical collision in the only place they can actually get past, theoretically that's going to prevent the police from getting through completely. However, these guys aren't doing particularly well at forming a barricade at the moment. They don't seem to want to be doing anything. Come on. Okay, I have to actually push everyone forward. Right, that's completely unnecessary. I have to admit, I have made the police a bit OP in this, but I've also made a crap ton of rioters, so you can't really, well, I can really blame them, but I can't really blame them at the same time. Right, so that's what I wanted to do. Right. Hopefully, that's going to block off the large majority of that gateway. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn these guys angry. And hopefully we can get them to construct some barricades behind where these guys are, and then we're going to move these guys out and see how the police handle it. So it's basically barricades versus AI. We have to be very careful about how we place this. There we go. That should be alright. Right. I'm going to let them construct this now. Right, so they should be creating their barricade. I think they have created their barricade. So let's move these guys off. If we can. Come on, get away. You've now created your barricade. Wonderful. Now see, I hazard a guess that I've actually managed to get some people stuck. This hasn't gone particularly well. I've actually managed to get people stuck the wrong side of the barricade, and I don't think I can get them back. No, I've constructed this barricade so well that I've blocked my own people in. That wasn't exactly what I wanted to do. Wasn't precisely what I wanted to do. Maybe I shouldn't have had the, Actually, do you know what? I can set it on fire. Now, I can't remember whether this makes it passable or whether this makes it completely impossible. If it makes it completely impossible, then I've really, really buggered myself. Now hopefully, once this stops burning, because I completely forgot that it would set fire to the entire barricade and not that section. That's why you actually have to be really careful now, because like usually, my Rioter tutorial said that you should always have stuff equipped for peaceful, and then you should always have at least one item ready in case things go to crap. Now, obviously, I have that one item in case things go to crap. I have Molotovs. However, if you're going for a barricade setup and defensive plan... Oh, wow, I managed to click off my screen there. If you're going for a barricade setup and defensive plan, then in theory, you shouldn't actually have Molotovs on. And if you do have Molotovs on, you need to be very, very careful. Right, I need to get rid of this group. I need them to bugger off. Now, what I actually need to do is I need to wait until these guys have started constructing their barricade. Hopefully I can get these last few guys past. No, don't come forward. And now... Nope. See, if you mess it up, then you get put onto the cooldown timer, which is slightly frustrating. Let's just keep these guys back. See, I can use that barricade to turn this one. I haven't quite done enough. Now, if I do this and overlap the barricade, then theoretically quite an interesting thing will happen. In theory, the police will now be funneled all the way through this little gap here. If these guys can actually create their barricade, then it will work perfectly. It's going to reinforce this one. Now, in theory, no matter what I do, this is now completely impassable. Apart from this little gap here. All I have to do is hold that tiny little gap there, and I've completely nerfed the entire power of all of those police. Absolutely all of them. Because, yeah, okay, given the stage of it, there is a choke point right here. But if you took this barricade out, and you took this, and it was just a straight throughput from here all the way down to here, and you had that amount of pressure from the police coming onto your guys. If you create a line of barricades like that are maybe 1 or 2 thick, and they join each other, and then you just hold the corner where there's an opening, one, it stops the police coming through. So that's a bonus for you. 2, it makes a choke point. It stops the police coming through like completely as long as you can hold it. 2, it creates a choke point which is easier for you to hold. Okay? Now you'll see here, they can't advance further than here unless they go up. 2, well, I've already done 2. I'm not doing a very good job at describing this. 2, as long as you can hold that choke point, they can't go any further than that. But 3, which is a negative pointer for you, they can also now hold that choke point to stop you coming through. So If you just want to block them, yeah, create barricades. But if you want to push, you're going to have to either push through that little choke point that you've created for yourself, or you're going to have to burn down your barricades and, well, just hope for the best, really. So I'm now going to burn down all of these barricades at once and pretty much show my point. And this, ladies and gents, is how you contribute to global warming. Do you know what? I wonder if I set like a really small police force, I wonder if I can set an entire map on fire. That's really tempting. I'm going to hold that for another video. Of setting an entire Riot Civil Unrest map on fire all at once. That's going to be really fun. Anyway, ladies and gents, this is a really short video today. I just wanted to show you the pros and cons to creating barricades. Now, when you do create a barricade, if you leave it, the police can attack it and drive it down, okay? If you stay with it, your guys will keep rebuilding it. That was an awful Molotov. What the hell was that supposed to be? If you stay with it... Oh, it's because of the trees. If you stay with it, then your guys will be able to rebuild it every time the police do anything bad to it. Come on, get out of there. What I'm going to try and do is build a barricade just to demonstrate that, but I want to do it in a place where the police are actually going to put pressure. Let's see if we can actually get one constructed there. Now I'm going to leave my guys on building that, and I'm going to make another one there, and I'm going to leave those two groups on building that, and I'm just going to use this group. So if we pull them up, let's take them on to peaceful. If we pull them up over here, or attempt to, and then drag them down, now we kind of make a congregation here of bodies. Now you will see, if I leave that team on there, they can either set fire to it because they're done, or when the police attack it, they will slowly rebuild it, in theory. Or they'll just get pushed off of it because they're because all of their morale has gone. Or that'll happen, either way. Anyway, ladies and gents, I hope you enjoyed the video. I highly recommend you, not just in custom missions like this, but in the in the campaign missions as well, I highly recommend, where you can, use barricades. They are so helpful. And if you're just in complete defense mode, just set up a crap ton of barricades all across the map, and the police will not be able to move you. Obviously, barricades are an offensive tool, so you're only going to be able to create them when you are in offensive mode. If you're in defensive mode, then it's just going to create a barricade in people, which, in my view, they're not very effective. They're really not. If you want to block something off, just, instead of holding 4 and getting this line, click that and then get the actual position. Because if you just hold it, then you'll just get this. Then you'll just get this line, and they will just form a line. Okay. If you actually click it and tell them to go to a position, they will make the horde instead of the line. So if you do it with the hotkey on your keyboard, it will be the defensive line. If you do it with a physical mouse button and then place it, it will be the circle, which is a lot more compacted. And if you've got a choke point like this, then it's absolutely perfect to defend the police off. Anyway, ladies and gents, as always, thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy the video, you know what to do. If you want me to show off anything specific, then let me know down in the comments. When the massive update in a few weeks comes out, where they're changing a lot of stuff, if you read the changelogs and the Steam updates, then you will know what is going on. I am going to redo my police police tutorial and my rioters/protesters tutorial once again, because I think I did that around update 5 or 6, and quite a lot has changed since then. As always, ladies and gents, thank you very much for watching. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night. Wherever you are in the universe, stay awesome, and I will see you in the next video.